Can you build an entire outfit for $50 in just 1 week's time? Let's test that. Welcome back to the Vintage Reserve. Let's be honest, lately it's felt like everything has gotten far too expensive. How can we afford quality clothing if the average person struggles to afford weekly groceries? So clothing is a necessity, just like food and water is, and the quality of one's clothing can affect not just their social life, but also their physical health. Today, we are asking the question, is it still possible to build a quality outfit for just $50? So I decided to test this in what I'm calling the $50 Fashion Week Challenge. Now we've got some rules to this, 5 to be specific. So rule number 1, we need to build a complete outfit. This includes footwear, pants, a shirt, some sort of outerwear like a jacket or fleece or something, and at least one accessory because they're fun. Rule number 2, every item must not only fit well in good condition, every item must also be versatile for mixing and matching in one's wardrobe. Rule number 3, the total cost of the outfit cannot exceed $50. Now $50 isn't nothing, but I believe it's an amount of money that almost anyone should be able to save up. Even for younger guys in high school or college, that's less than the price of a single video game. Rule number 4, the combined retail price new for the items must equal or exceed $500. So that's 10 times what we're hopefully going to be paying. I've added this rule because we don't want it to look like we are dressing on a budget. We want quality, we want to be fashionable. This is likely going to be the hardest part of the challenge, however, it wouldn't be much of a challenge if it was going to be easy. Now, the 5th and final rule is we only have 1 week to complete this challenge. Time is more valuable than money, so we don't want to spend weeks or even months throwing this outfit together. So, for reference, today is Friday, March 8th, and we have until Friday the 15th to complete this challenge. So let's see just how far $50 really goes during this $50 Fashion Week challenge.
So if this was a suit challenge, a Burberry suit. Unfortunately, it's a 42 long, which is like 4 sizes too big for me. But for $25, like, have a Burberry suit. Why not? That's awesome.
So it is Saturday evening, so that's the second day in our challenge. Yesterday was Friday when we started, and I've already found at least half of our items at the moment. So to start with, we have a pair of black leather Chelsea boots. The brand is G.H. Bass & Co. So a fine brand, really good condition, black leather Chelsea boots. You can't go wrong with any kind of black boot, really. These, especially Chelsea boots, are very fashionable. They're very popular and comfortable. They're in good condition. You can go hiking with them. You can dress them up. You can dress them down. I love Chelsea boots, so this is a great start. These were $14.99, so that's a good chunk of our $50, but footwear is usually one of the more expensive pieces when you're buying even pre-owned. The other is going to be our outer layer, which we don't have yet, but we're going strong so far. Moving on, though, is my favorite, probably going to be my favorite find of this entire challenge, which is this pair of pants. These are gray LuluLemon pants. So LuluLemon is not a brand that I find very frequently, and the fact that I found a pair of very, very versatile LuluLemon pants in my size, fantastic. These can be dressed up and down, and I'll probably wear these to work quite a bit myself. I needed a pair of gray pants, so this goes perfectly with my current wardrobe. And I only paid at Goodwill $9.99 for these. We do have a couple shirts that I picked up. I don't know if I'm going to use either of them yet for the challenge, but I wanted to give you an idea of things that I found that we could use. These are going in my wardrobe either way, but I just wanted to show you some things that we found, which are options. So we have two collared button-down shirts. You can't go wrong with the collared button-down shirt, so that's what we're probably going to go with for this challenge, is some version of this. Blue, fantastic color, goes great with what we have so far. This is just a Chaps, not super expensive. It was only $7 or $6.99. New, these aren't really that expensive either, so it's not going to help us much in the MSRP department. The other shirt, which also was found at the same time, also for the same price of $6.99, is this Van Housen shirt, the collared button down. Again, nice checker pattern, would go great with our outfit. We could build off of it. It could be, casual. We could dress it up to be a bit more formal with a nice sports jacket. So it kind of depends on the last piece of the puzzle, which will be, of course, that outer layer. We'll have to see what we find. Just wanted to do the quick update. As far as the accessories go, as an example, I do have a leather wallet here that I found that was only $2. It's not anything crazy expensive. You can still buy them new for like $30 on, or $20 or $30 on Amazon. It's a Trivando, so it's just a nice leather wallet that I personally wanted to try out. So this is just the update, and we'll see where we go from here.
I'll probably pass. But I did find a Brooks Brothers belt and a Brooks Brothers tuxedo. A little too formal, but we'll see. It is Friday the 15th, our last day of the challenge, and I think we just finally found our jacket. And it's new with tags. It's my size, it fits me. $17, and it is, I think, exactly what we needed. So I think I'm gonna buy it.
It is the evening of Friday, March 15th, and this officially marks the end of our $50 Fashion Week challenge. So let's now take a look at what we were able to find in just 1 week's time for just $50. All right, so this is everything that makes up our $50 Fashion Week challenge. So let's start with the boots. We've gone over some of this already in the video, but we've got for our boots the black leather Chelsea boots from GH Bass for $14.99, so $15 for those. Then we've got our LuluLemon pants, just to show you, because LuluLemon does not brand very much on theirs, and these were only $9.99. Fantastic steal. For the shirt, we went with the checker pattern for the Van Heusen. This was a grand total of $6.99. Then for our accessory, we found this Brooks Brothers leather belt. So this was $4.99, and these are extremely expensive new. Brooks Brothers is a very well-known kind of historical brand in the US for high quality menswear. So this is a great find for $5. And then the item that took the longest to find was a suitable outerwear jacket. I found some vests, I found some other blazers. This is the one that I actually found earlier today on our last day of our challenge. And this is an artifact blazer. It is kind of like a slight stretch blazer. I love the fabric for it. It's very comfortable. It's more of like a sporty blazer, but just by the nature of its design, it is a little bit more formal than just throwing on, some sort of coat. And the cool thing about this is it's actually, well, you can tell it's 9 o'clock. So we actually have a tag on it. So this was more or less kind of new with tags for a grand total of
$16.99, so $17. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this. This is a great haul for just $50. Although, if you do the math, we do have some confessions to make. So, grand totals. We actually spent $54. Between the $15 for the boots, the $10 for the pants, the $7 for the shirt, the $17 for the blazer, and the $5 for the belt, we are at $54, which is $4 over budget. So unfortunately, we can't really say that we met this challenge, because we did go a little over budget. Now, that being said, I did find other things during the challenge that could have helped get us closer to that $50. Notably, maybe throwing in the wallet that I showed off earlier for $2 instead of the $5 belt. However, this was something I really wanted to throw in just because of the added value it brought to the MSRP part of the challenge. So all of these items together, if purchased new, the boots would be about $160, the pants $128, the shirt about $30. The blazer about $158. I couldn't find too many comps of these new, but there was one site that had that one version of it new for $158. And then the cheapest of the Brooks Brothers belts start at $98. So altogether, we're talking $574 in value if we were to buy this new. And we only spent $54. So that just goes to show you, you don't need to spend a lot of money to put together a really versatile, fashionable outfit that looks like it cost a lot more, because for most people it would. And we didn't even put in a lot of time. This was all done in a single week. So I'm very excited with how this challenge turned out. And let's go ahead now, take everything apart with all the tags off, and then wash everything that can be washed, and do just a little fit and see what does this all look put together. And as you can see, $54 looks pretty decent. So I wanted to throw in a little addition to the end of this just to show you some other items I found that could have very well been used in this challenge. I purchased them obviously outside the challenge because I liked them, but there are options, even only given a week's time. So for example, I found this pair of Jack of Spades denim jeans, and these are a really nice pair of denim jeans. They're not selvage denim or anything, but they're extremely comfortable. They've got a little bit of a pattern to them in the weave, which is, nice to see, especially in a little bit darker pair of jeans. These were $13, but these retail, this brand retails for like in the 200s for a pair of jeans. So it goes to show you can have an expensive pair of jeans and don't have to pay a ton of money for it. I already showed you earlier the Chaps, blue shirt. Again, there are so many affordable button-down collared shirts that go with so many outfits. There's plenty of colors and patterns available. So just go out, find out what your measurements are, go out and just keep an eye out, and you'll find tons of them for really, really cheap. And speaking of cheap, you don't need to spend money on the highest quality things if it's something that you're not used to wearing, especially. So for example, I picked up this black blazer kind of sports jacket. It is just an Express, not to bash on the brand, but it's not, super high quality or anything like that. But I liked the pattern, and I wanted to see how much I wore it, because I would like to invest in the future in some really high quality suits or suit jackets, blazers, sport jackets. I'm kind of curious to see how much I'll actually wear them. So that's why this is kind of just a test piece of sorts. And then my favorite piece that I found outside the challenge is this vest by Maker & Co. or & Company. And this was for a while what I was going to have as the outerwear. But then I found earlier today the blazer, which is just much more versatile and fits that outfit a bit better. But this is a fantastic piece of outerwear, especially for kind of those spring and fall days when you want something that's not quite as heavy as a down jacket, because this is, it doesn't really have any filler, but it's got that beautiful diamond pattern. It's got all of the pockets and the zippers.
It looks fantastic, and it's also comfortable and warm and fits very well. So I almost used this, but decided not to once I found the blazer. But again, this is just an example. Even in just a week's time, for a little bit of money, you can find many pieces that you can mix and match and build an entire wardrobe around.